morning, students. In the chapter lines and angles, in the previous video, we've seen about the parallel lines, transversal, what are the different angles formed when a transversal intersects parallel lines at distinct points. We have seen about the alternative angles, we have seen about the corresponding angle, linear pair of angles, we have seen about co-interior angles. All these things we have understood. We have solved some problems, and in the last part of this chapter, today I will take up two important properties of triangle, and thereafter we will see some problems based on it. And we will start with angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property. Angle sum property of triangle. It is a very, very simple property. What the property says, the sum of all the three angles of a triangle is always equals to 180 degree, irrespective of the triangle, whether it may be acute angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, right angle triangle, it can be a scalene triangle, it can be a isosceles or equilateral, whatever may be the type of triangle, the sum of all the three angles of the triangle is always equals to 180 degree. This is the first property. I will draw a figure for this. I have told you whatever the type of triangle is immaterial. I will call this triangle as triangle. I will call this triangle as triangle PQR. PQR. And what I can say? Angle P plus angle Q plus angle R always equals to 180 degree. This is called as angle sum property of triangle. This is the first property. I will go to the second property. See, if one side of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle of a triangle is equals to the sum of interior opposite angles. Sum of the interior opposite angles. Let us understand first what is the meaning of this. Let me draw a figure, and with that I will explain you what is the meaning of this. See here, I have drawn a triangle. PQR. Okay, this is triangle PQR. Okay, let me call this as triangle, or I can say triangle ABC. What they say, if one side of a triangle is produced, any one of the side of this triangle has to be produced. Produced means extending. Either I can extend into this like this, or I can extend like this, or I can extend like this. Anywhere I will extend this one of its side. What I will do? I will draw here. This BC side I will extend. Extending is producing. Come on. I will produce like this. The side BC is produced, say to M. This is produced. Now there are four angles are formed. These are angles of the triangle, and this is outside the triangle. This is called as exterior angle. This is called as exterior angle. Exterior to whom? Exterior to triangle ABC. Listen very carefully. I will come to this statement later. This is called as exterior angle. And my dear children, this is called as, which is just adjacent to the exterior angle, is called as, this is called as interior interior adjacent angle. Interior adjacent angle. See, the angle which is just beside the exterior is called as interior adjacent angle. Two angles are left out. This is angle B and angle A are left out. These two together we call that interior opposite angles. Interior opposite angles. See. So these two together, interior opposite angles. This is interior adjacent angle. This is exterior. Now come back to the property. What they say? If one side of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle of the triangle, this exterior angle of this angle is equal to what? Sum of the interior opposite angles. Sum of these two is equal to this. That means I can write angle ACM. Angle ACM is equal to sum of these two angles, that is angle A plus angle B. This is a new property you have to keep in mind. See, but keep in mind, I can produce side to anyway. I will draw one more figure. Till then, just you can note it. Let me draw one more figure. Yes. Let me draw one more figure. Look at this. I will draw a triangle. Okay. And I will produce this. And I will produce this. See, it is immaterial. Which side you are going to produce is left to you. I will call this triangle as triangle X, Y, Z. This XY side is produced to say P. Now can you tell me which angle refers to which angle? Okay, see this. This is outside the triangle, so this is called as exterior. See, I have told you which is interior adjacent. The angle which is just beside the exterior is called as interior adjacent. This is called as interior adjacent. After this, whichever the angles are left out, those two are called as interior. These two together we call it as interior opposite angles. And what the property says? This angle is equal to sum of these two angles. Suppose, for example, this is given 110 degree. 110 degree. And this angle is given 50 degree. Can you find out this angle? Yes, because sum of these two is equal to 110. This is 50. And naturally, this angle must be 60. 60 plus 50 is equal to 110. Based on this, we have some problems. Let us solve one by one. First, you note all these things. Here there are two problems. Let us first understand what is the problem, what supposed to find, and accordingly we will see what property can be used for this. We come to the first problem. They have given you PQR is a triangle. Okay. This side also produced. My dear children, no doubt this is called as an exterior angle. This base also produced, so this is also called as an exterior angle. These things are given to you and they ask you find angle R. This angle has to be found. Very, very simple question. See, when this is known, you can find this angle because they are called as supplementary angles or a linear pair of angles. So with that you can find this angle first. These two are forming a linear pair, you can find this angle. Then you can apply the property of sum of the three angles of a triangle is equal to 180. These two are known, this can be found. But how to write this systematically? That I will tell you. Come on, I will start like this. This plus this is equal to 180. How to write? Angle NPR, this angle. The solution starts from here. Angle NPR plus angle NPR plus RPQ, this angle. Angle RPQ is 180 degree. This is because of linear pair of angles. Which is the angle known to you? NPI is known. 140 degree plus angle RPQ is equals to 180. Therefore, angle RPQ is equals to 180 minus 140. That gives you 40 degree. One angle you got? Come on. We'll start here. Sum of these two is equals to 180. Angle PQM plus angle PQM plus this angle. How to write this angle? PQR. Angle PQR is equals to 180. Again, the reason is the linear pair of angles. Which angle is known to you? PQM is known. 105 plus angle PQR is equals to 180. You can transfer this to the right hand side. Therefore, angle PQR is equals to 180 minus 105. That gives you 75 degree. You got the second angle. My dear children, you got this angle as 40. You got this angle as 75. Can you find this angle using the angle sum property? How to write next? In triangle PQR, angle P plus, angle Q plus, angle R is equals to 180. This is called as angle sum property. Listen. Angle sum property. Angle sum property of triangle. This is the reason you have to write. Angle sum property of triangle. Come on. Which are the angles known to you? Angle P 40, angle Q 75 plus angle R is equals to 180. Adding these two gives you 115 plus angle R is equals to 180. Therefore, angle R is equals to 180 minus 115. Is it giving you 65 degree? Which is equals to 65. Therefore, angle R means PRQ. See, when it is a single angle, you can write R also no problem. Angle PRQ also no problem. Angle PRQ is equal to 65 degree. That is the end of the problem. Let's go to one more problem. What is the problem? They have given MN is parallel to QR. These two are parallel to each other. See, when they are parallel, you can apply the property of parallel lines. When these two are parallel, this is a transversal. Okay, then let's apply the example. What they ask you? What are the different angles they ask? They ask you find angle PRQ. This angle has to be found. QPR. Where is QPR? QPR. This angle has to be found. MPQ. This angle has to be found. Very simple. How to start? See. MN is parallel to QR. I will start the solution from here. MN is parallel to QR and MR is a transversal and MR is transversal. MR is transversal. So, when this is 37, my dear children, can you see this is also 37? Why? Parallel lines, a transversal. So, these two are called as alternate interior angles. I will write. Therefore, angle NMR or NMP, one and the same, no problem. Angle NMR is equals to angle PRQ. Angle PRQ. This is because the reason is alternate interior angles. Which is angle known to you out of these two? We know angle NMR 37. That means this is also 37. You can write therefore angle PRQ is equals to 37 degree. That is the first part, first angle we have found. This is clear. Now, this angle is known. This angle is known. Can you find this angle using the angle sum property? I will write that in triangle. After this, I will come PQR. In triangle PQR, angle P plus angle Q plus angle R is equals to 180. The reason is angle sum property. Angle sum property of triangle. Angle sum property of triangle. Come on, what are the angles known to you? Angle P. You don't know angle P. Angle Q. Angle Q is 43. Plus angle R. Angle R we have found just now 37. 37 is equals to 180 degree. And 70 plus 80. Therefore, angle P is equal, or I can say angle P plus 80 degree is equals to 180. Okay. Therefore, angle P is equals to 180 minus 80. Answer is equals to 100 degree. Which angle you got? Angle P is equals to 100. In fact, angle P means there are two angles. Angle P, you can better write. Angle P means RPQ. I can say, therefore, angle RPQ. Or here only I can write. Therefore, angle RPQ is equals to 100. But when this is 100, can you say what about this angle? These two are called as linear pair of angles. When this is 100, this is 80 degree. I can write now the last part. Here I will write angle RPQ plus angle, this angle. How to write this angle? QPM or MPQ plus MPQ is equals to 180 degree. The reason is linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles. Which is angle known to you know? RPQ. This is RPQ is known to you how much? This is 100 degree. 100 plus angle MPQ. MPQ is equals to 180 degree. Therefore, angle MPQ is equals to, where I can write? I will somewhere write here. I will write here. Therefore, angle MPQ is equals to. Therefore, angle MPQ is equals to 180 minus 100. That gives you 80 degree. That is the end of the problem. Serious students. You have studied two properties. One is angle sum property, and second one is the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to sum of the interior angles. Apart from those two, we are using the properties of the parallel lines and the transversal also. That means problem can be asked from any property. All the properties should be there in your mind whenever you are going to solve the problems. It can be the exterior angles, it can be the interior angle, it can be vertical opposite, it can be co-interior, it can be alternate interior angles, it can be the property of angle sum property, or it can be the property of exterior angle. All the properties should be there in your mind. So we will see some more problems, so that you can understand better how to implement the property to a particular problem. You can understand better. First you write this, you solve some more problem. One more problem. First let me explain you what is the meaning of this, what are the given things for you, and you can think to yourself. Now you are having so many properties in front of you, and what property can be applied for this, you can decide yourself. First let me explain what is given. PQR is a triangle. Okay, PQR is a triangle. QM and RM are the bisectors of angle Q and angle R. They are called the angular bisectors. Angular bisector means which bisects the angle into two equal parts is called as an angular bisector. They say QM is an angular bisector of angle Q. That means QM divides this full angle Q into two equal parts. I can say angle 1 and angle 2 are equals to each other, because this is a bisector of angle Q. These two parts are equals to each other. Likewise, they say RM is also a bisector of angle R. RM is also a bisector of angle R. That means this complete angle R is divided by MR into two equal parts. I can say angle 3 and angle 4 are also equals to each other. That means they have given 1 and 2 are equal, 3 and 4 are equal. Further, what they are giving? They have given angle P is equal to 64 degree. This is given 64 degree. And angle Q means full angle. This angle is given complete. This angle Q is given how much? 70 degree. This angle Q is given as 70 degree. It is given. Okay, they ask to find angle QMR. You have to find this angle. How to find? Very simple. I will explain you first what is to be done. Triangle PQR has three angles. Angle P plus angle Q plus angle R. Out of these three angles, two angles are known to you. That means first you can find angle R. Let me find first. How I can start? In triangle PQR, angle P plus angle Q plus angle R is equals to 180 degree. The reason is angle sum property. Angle sum property of triangle. Sum of the three angles of the triangle is equals to 180. What are the angles known to you? Angle P 64 plus angle Q means full angle, this one, not these parts complete. Angle Q 70 degree plus angle R, don't know, is equals to 180. This gives you 134 plus angle R is equals to 180. Therefore, angle R is equals to 180 minus 134 degree. Is it giving you 46 degree? Which is equals to 46 degree is angle R. You got angle R is equals to 46 degree. Now what is given? These are the bisectors. See, now this angle is 70 means 70 divided by 2. Each angle is equal to 35. This is 35. This is 35. When this is 46 complete, these are the two equal parts. That means each angle is 23 and 23. Now this is known 35. This is known 23. Again, using the angle sum property of triangle, can you find this angle? That is the end of the problem. How to write? I will write like this. Okay. QM is angular bisector. QM is the angular bisector of angle, which angle? PQR. Angle PQR. Therefore, angle 1 is equals to angle 2, which is equals to 70 by 2, nothing but a 35 degree. What have you done? This is 70 degree. Divided into two equal parts. Since it is angular bisector, both angles are equal. So each angle is equal to 70 by 2, nothing but 35 degree. I write similarly. What about MR is an angular bisector. Angular bisector of angle, which angle? This is the bisector of angle PRQ. That means these two angles are equal. I can say therefore angle 3 is equals to angle 4 is equals to, what is the complete angle? What is this angle R? Angle R is 46, which is equals to 46 divided by 2. Therefore what? Angle 3 is equals to angle 4 equals to, that is 23 degrees. So this angle is 23, this angle is 23, this is 35, this is 35. Now I will choose the triangle MQR. This small triangle I will take. In triangle, which triangle? MQR. Sum of the three angles of the triangle is equal to 180. For this angle, I will write angle M plus. I will take this angle as angle 2. MQR. I will write it as angle 2 plus. This angle 4. Which one? MRQ. I will write angle 4. Angle 4 is equals to 180. The reason is angle sum property. Angle sum property of triangle. Okay. Angle sum property of triangle. What are the different angles known to you? Angle M is not known. Plus angle 2. Angle 2 is known. How much? 35 degree. Plus angle 4 is known. Angle 4 is 23 degree. Is equals to 180. Is equals to 180. Okay. Angle M plus. If you add it, it is giving you 58 degree. 58 degree is equals to 180 degree. Is equals to 180. Therefore, angle M is equals to 180 minus 58. 180 minus 58. Angle M means nothing but QMR. Angle M means QMR. Therefore, even if angle M is no problem. Therefore, angle QMR. My dear children, angle M, angle QMR one and the same. Angle M means this only. Angle QMR also same angle. Don't get confused. Why sir has written angle